If the lighting is a little weird, it's because I'm wearing a headlight. I'm going to try to show this as best as I can so that anybody that's new to hunting could figure out how to take apart their Beretta 390 and, more importantly, how to put it back together. It's a little tricky on the putting it back together part. I'm going to skip a whole lot of steps just to get to the putting it back together part. I just cleaned it. I tried making this video and I washed it, and it kind of sucks because you can't see nothing. I'm going to try and do it better. So taking it apart is, you just kind of, there's the pieces. Your pin. Push this, and then this stuff will come out easier. It's all one piece kind of, but not. That comes off. This comes off. Clean it. This is called your bolt. Now let's focus on this right here, because this is the hard part. No, remember that slot, okay? I'm not going to take the trigger out or even shoot it with it like this, because it is hard to put it back. But if you look where my finger is right there, the trigger is right there. It's that thing that's right in the middle. Okay, I also describe the anatomy of the inside here. Inside this wood is a tube with a spring and a piston with a cup that's connected to the, it's down there, and this has to hit the cup, this little tip. Okay, so that's what I'm going to try and cover here as best as I can. Okay, I hope you can see. I can't tell until the video's over. But right here is where this thing slides. If you have this in and on, it slides right there. So that's where your lubrication needs to go. That's really the only moving part that needs lubrication. So you might take and put a drop of oil right here, just one, and then kind of just rub it around with your finger, and that's it. You don't want a lot of oil, because the gunpowder residue will stick to the oil and turn it into like paste, and then your gun's not working as well. It's better to run them nearly dry, at least with this type of firearm. Okay, we're going to put the bolt back in, and let's try and focus on that and what it's doing. Part of having this go in smoothly is you got to put this on correctly. Okay, that's all good. Now I'll try to work this from above. I've got the gun pretty plumb. That's important. You don't want it this way or that way, but straight up and down, pretty straight. Because gravity's going to be your friend here. Okay, see how that right there is hitting the trigger, and it rises. Here, let's do that again. And you see it move that way? Now you can see it kind of just hanging straight up and down. That's money. Okay? My thumb pinched in there. Okay. You feel when it hits that spring. If you noticed, it jumped out and somehow I got it to jump back in. That wasn't done real well. Let's try this again. And just do it again. And hopefully it'll just pop right in the first time. You can see it go past the trigger there. It's past the trigger now. That little slot goes right over the trigger. Remember the slot? There. Now once you hit the slot, click this lock and push it down and it'll stay. Next, the piston goes on. Next, the barrel. Then this spring, your wood goes on, or plastic if the case may be. Focus here intently during this process. It needs to be nested perfectly within that rim or else you'll break the wood. Make a big deal out of making sure that's right. Or else it's all over but the crying when you put this together. I'm trying to do best I can, but I actually need a cameraman. Kinda. Let's see how this turned out. I'll screw this till it starts thumping. You might oil this cap a little too. I have recently. It works just right. Stick the pin in last thing and you want the knurling towards the barrel. There's 2 holes. It goes in the back hole. And like that. Next detail is the sling. If you're looking at it like that, that's wrong. You need to have this little stuff at the front towards you. Then you slide this through the back, over, and then to the top, and then the bottom. And now you're Rambo, like Aunt Betty. Get that twisted. Rambo Betty. Now, if you feel the need to actually oil it, which I kind of very sparingly will do, see if you see where I'm going to put it. If I hold the camera, then you can see. Okay, see where there's black and then silver in between? Or no, there's silver on each side and then black. Let me get something to point with. This is just whatever I grabbed, but right there, that's where you want the oil to go. And just 1 drop. Perfect. That's the slide. This, and it moves back and forth. So having that lubricated is good. Now you don't want a ton of oil in here. I think I might have said that already, because it attracts gunpowder and then turns into sludge. It gets cold and then your gun don't want to work. That's a fact, Jack. Have a great day, everybody. God bless you. Thanks for watching. Hope this turned out good. Bye-bye.